What's up guys, Joel here, back with another video. Today we find ourselves in the basement of my humble abode, because my room is a closet and it's way too small for any human to normally function in. Also, today we find ourselves looking at the Canon PowerShot G16. For the longest time, the G16 was actually my only camera, which probably speaks volumes for how good it is. It's got a 12 megapixel sensor, image stabilization, and goes all the way out to f1.8, which means it's super good in low light. It's also got 60 frame per second video, which means you can do awesome slow motion. It's got full manual controls, so if you're just starting out in the photography scene, you can really get the hang of ISO, aperture, and shutter speed pretty quickly. This was actually how I learned how to shoot on a big old camera, just because it has all the DSLR functions right here on the camera. Additionally, it shoots some pretty fantastic video. The stabilizer on this camera is phenomenal. You can get some really interesting shots of action or still shots, or if you're just winging the camera around, if you're just running and gunning, this is the camera to go with. It's also relatively cheap. You can find them on Amazon now for $369 or something like that, which comparatively to like a Canon 70D, which is like $800, that is a bargain. And this comes with a lens. You don't even need to add any more lenses to the thing. It's already fully functional as is. Additionally, the Canon G16 comes with Wi-Fi capabilities. You can create a Wi-Fi signal with the G16 and sync it with your phone and send your pictures and videos right over that, which is really handy if you're trying to display your photos on the go and don't have time to sync up to your computer. The G16 is also really durable. I've had this camera since 2013, 2014. And I've only smashed a screen once, and that was because I sat on it. The only other interesting thing about the Canon G16's durability is that right now it's developing kind of a weird shutter opener protector thing syndrome, which I don't know why that's caused, but also probably because I just throw the thing in my backpack and go. I don't really think about whether or not I need to care for this thing, which is great. It's very, very light, yet very solidly built. It hasn't come apart on me yet. And it served me very well. If you're in a situation where the rear LCD could be a problem, as far as brightness goes, if you're in a dark theater and you're trying to take pictures, the camera does have the ability to turn off that LCD, and you can use the optical viewfinder on the thing right here on the back. This is great for if you're trying to take pictures in a theater and you can't disturb the lighting in and around the actual subject. As I mentioned earlier, the camera goes all the way wide to f1.8, which is the widest lens I have right now on my big camera that I'm using to film this thing with. So it's super duper good in low light, and super duper good at getting that nice bokeh or blurry background in all your pictures or videos. As far as battery life goes, Canon G16 comes with 2 batteries. You can pop them out right here on the bottom. And you know, it's fine. It is fine battery life. It'll get you through your shoot. You can shoot video for a decent amount of time, but you are going to find yourself having to change batteries if you're shooting a lot of 60 frame video or if you're using the rapid shutter function. One thing that disappointed me about the G16 is the lack of a touchscreen on the back here. You have to go through the menu and use this little click wheel like an old iPod to try and cycle through all the menu items. And really, this camera that I'm shooting with has a touchscreen on the back of it. Why can't this just use the same one? Additionally, it doesn't really fold out, so you're stuck with it on the back. You can't really see what you're shooting if you're shooting in front of you like this, and that's kind of a pain. Additionally, the G16 doesn't have manual video controls. For a camera that prides itself on having all these knobs and other buttons to adjust your picture settings while you're shooting pictures, you'd think you'd be able to adjust your picture settings on video. But alas, you kind of are stuck with automatic ISO, automatic aperture, and automatic shutter speed, regardless of what you plan to shoot. So you have to adjust the lighting around the camera instead of the camera around the lighting, which is really unfortunate. However, you can still get some phenomenal video with this thing, so it really is not a huge deal. Additionally, the camera comes with a mode called Star Mode, or Starlapse Mode, which allows you to take some really, really cool pictures of stars streaming all the way across the sky. What's weird about this is that the camera uses a built-in remote shutter, so you don't have to be there taking the individual pictures, and the camera will automatically stack them on top of each other for you in order to achieve that effect. However, the camera in manual mode or any other mode that's not Starlapse mode, you can't have the camera continuously take pictures at a specific interval. you have to get an outside device for that, which doesn't really make any sense to me because it's just a software issue. Additionally, I wish the camera had a microphone port. The microphone audio on here isn't terrible. I just wish it would be better. It could definitely be better, but with an improved shotgun mic on top. It's really a shame that you're kind of stuck and limited with what you have attached to the camera already. Or you have to use outside audio input like I'm using right now. So that's it for the Canon G16. It's a phenomenal camera. It's great, it's small, it's portable, and it takes really phenomenal pictures and video. I'd highly recommend it if you're trying to get into videography or photography as a first starter camera, as it's really cheap and easy to learn how to use. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.